Whoa, he and a. Whoa, he and a. Whoa, he and a.
Since 1976, Toronto Council Fire Native Cultural Centre's work has been guided by the use of our good minds to work toward peace, harmony, and friendship. It began with a small group of people meeting in the basement of St. Barnabas Church, where potluck dinners became a popular event. This further shed light on the increasing numbers of Indigenous people gravitating towards the downtown core, thereby forming the basis of the gathering place. The gathering place is open 365 days a year and is the foundation of our center. It has become a place for all to meet with friends and extended family, have a meal, and access resources like information on affordable housing and support services like our food bank, all while finding ways to access cultural programming for every member of the family. Over this past year, Toronto Council Fire has seen a dramatic increase in the number of new community members accessing virtual programs and services. Daily meals through pickups and deliveries have doubled as we work to meet the demands of seniors and community members who have self-isolated and currently provide over 109,200 meals annually, which equates to 2,100 meals a week outside of our Parliament Street doors. We've all heard that it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to nurture a family and to provide that family with teachings and resources and supports from before birth and onwards, to ensure that our parents, as long as our young ones, have the sustenance for growth and development in all areas, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Miigwech to our child and family nurturing team for showing our families that love. And a special shout out to all of those community aunties and uncles that work behind the scenes to keep our communities healthy and safe with those check-ins, with those phone calls, and with those one-on-one supports. On top of leading the family nurturing program, Alice makes sure our team members are fed homemade meals every day. This is an effort to mitigate the risk of our team members getting takeout throughout the pandemic. Thank you, Alice, for lifting our spirits with your warmth, cheerful attitude, love, and creativity, and all that goes into preparing and serving those meals every day. Each program within the health sector is designed to provide support to individuals and families as they transition through the various stages of personal growth and family development. This past year took a toll on a number of participants' mental and physical health. The fear of the unknown, the feeling of isolation, and not being able to gather in community settings, whether that's going to the gym, attending powwows, or just gathering around the big drum, led to a collective grief for many. Miigwech to our health and well-being team for finding unique and accommodating ways to ensure our community members felt safe and engaged by leading the traditional medicine wheel gathering back in April, by advocating for them and walking them through justice-related supports, by creating a community-led cookbook where people felt proud to share their recipes, to delivering meals that accommodate each of their dietary needs right to their doorsteps. You continue to show your investment by consistently reaching out to participants to participate in culture-based programming from their homes and by following up with them through one-on-one check-ins and group circles and being that extended family when they need it most. Part of our mission is to build confidence and invest positively in our children and youth by providing them with the tools for them to assert their inherent ability to make healthy choices in a safe and loving environment that's grounded in culture. This year, our youth sector, including our youth wellness navigation team and our youth life promotions, worked on developing and implementing creative virtual programming that continues to provide a continuum of care for their participants and by covering all aspects of the medicine wheel. This looked like developing programming that dealt with ongoing stages of grief throughout the pandemic, modeling radical self-care, trust building, and building workshops that were geared toward building self-esteem, establishing community-based support systems that foster healing and community dialogue. Miigwech to our youth team for finding innovative ways to serve urban Indigenous youth and by expanding your reach to across Turtle Island. The Healing Ourselves, Helping Each Other program continues to develop and provide the much-needed support to residential school survivors and their families. Healing Ourselves, Helping Each Other takes a holistic approach in addressing the immediate, ongoing, and long-term healing processes of residential school survivors and their families. This is done through a trauma-informed lens and the reclaiming of Indigenous identity. This along with acquiring life skills to build a healthier future for themselves and their families. The IRSS Resolution Health Program team has ensured community involvement in the design and delivery of programming and projects that are grounded in culture. Council Fire acknowledges the healing work of each residential school survivor and their family members, in particular the support that they give to one another. Chimigwech to our IRSS Resolution Health team for constantly showing love to our seniors and survivors and for fostering that sense of safety and belonging, whether that's through ensuring our seniors and families were double vaccinated this year, providing and coordinating virtual one-on-one counseling by elders, resource persons, or health support workers, by conducting healing circles virtually, weekly language classes, planned outings to Woodbine Beach, and facilitating ongoing programming that is driven by their needs. Education, awareness, and well-being sector offers participants the opportunity to revisit their Indigenous ancestry and build on their academic interests. Each week, there are a number of online classes facilitated by our education team. Programming ranges from literacy and basic skills to communications, math, art therapy, and computer class, all delivered virtually. This on top of providing one-on-one tutorials to students requiring more personalized help. The education team also encourages learners to discover and build on their personal strengths. This past March, our education team put together an online gathering for practitioners on how to deal with mental health issues and their impact on goal attainment. This was in partnership with Metro Toronto Movement of Literacy, where a number of student learners applied their public speaking skills on Zoom. Chimigwech to our education team for transitioning to different delivery models within an online classroom setting by accommodating our student learners and lending them technical support when needed, and ensuring the continuum of support before, during, and after classes to overcome the barriers many learners face when accessing services. This gives learners a sense of community and day-to-day support beyond their academic involvement. The Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, Trans, and Two-Spirited Persons Family Wellness Program seeks collaboration with Indigenous agencies, groups, and organizations across Southern Ontario to identify needs and help facilitate access to cultural and mental health supports, including elders, healers, ceremonies, as well as clinical services. Our MMIWG T2S team has again collaborated with the Family Information Liaison Unit to give community an understanding of the access to services FILU offers to families and loved ones. The team continues to participate in the annual Strawberry Ceremony, led by No More Silence. This year, in honor of the Strawberry Ceremony, the team got creative and brought awareness to the origin of the red dress movement by creating a red dress, dress red virtual fashion show. That allowed multi-generational families to connect in a meaningful way during a time we were asked to remain apart. Chimigwech to our MMIWG T2S Family Wellness Program team members for caring for each other virtually with the sharing of traditional medicines, giving yourselves time to be creative, to cut, iron, sew, quilt, and debut fashion shows where all feel included and reflected. This along with providing our community members with a digital bundle of tools and teachings for honoring those protective factors and preventative measures to keep our communities safe. As caretakers of Turtle Island, we have a responsibility to our community and to the environment. During the pandemic, we've seen an improvement of the natural elements, the water, the plant life, and the four-legged creatures and the winged creatures. Through this time of crisis, we have been given a clear vision to continue our growth in a cleaner and more thoughtful way. COVID-19 has had the effect of making our center hyper-vigilant in its health and safety planning moving forward. We have ensured our team members and families are double vaccinated. We regularly receive COVID testing in partnership with Anishinaabe Health's mobile bus. We have installed 10 custom-made, high-efficiency air circulation units and have greatly reduced face-to-face interactions and office space visits by staggering work schedules and staying within our designated workspace bubbles. Also by adhering to the face mask and covering policy. Chi miigwech to our maintenance team for elevating best practices to ensure our center is a safe environment for anyone who walks through our doors. Year after year, we continue to reinforce the work initiated since 1976 by our founding board members and workers, who laid the foundation and cleared the pathway for each successive board and team member to build on and to continue to assist our people become aware of their cultural background, as well as their potential in education, employment, and to strive for spiritual and personal growth through acceptance of each other. It helps to have a strong team made up of positive role models, traditional helpers, cultural craft designers and teachers, storytellers, medicine caretakers, language teachers, mental wellness supports, all to help maintain the spirit and strength of our well-being.